This is Nettie. Have you ever seen one of those commercials where a person is getting ready to run and it's like they just put on their gym shoes, they grab their music and some keys and hit out the door on the streets, running down the city streets or out through some kind of field, and that's it. And whenever I watch these videos, I'm like, who are these people that they can just go shoes, keys, music, and run? Every time I go out, it is a to-do because I have so much that I have to pack and put on and carry with me to get my run done, not just for performance sake or for the ability of doing the run, but also for safety. So what I was going to do, I'm heading out to get my long run in this evening, and before I headed out, I wanted to kind of make a quick video and just show all of the things that I take with me. It may be overkill for many people, but this is what I take, and maybe you can get some ideas that may be helpful. First thing, before I get to the things that I take with me, some of the things that I put on. I always put on, before I go, a little bit of Body Glide. This is an anti-chafing or anti-irritation balm, and I have found this is a great preventative to keep me from getting the blisters on my feet. There's one area that no matter what shoe I do, and I have the perfect running shoe for me, if I go more than 8 or 10 miles, I start to get a little bit of blister. If I put this on, no blistering at all. So I always rub that on that area or on my feet. Then I am going to put on some sunblock. Black doesn't crack, but it does get the skin sun damaged, and so I want to make sure that I'm going to protect against the sun. I like Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Body Mist Sunblock. This with a 70, SPF 70. This works wonderful. And when you spray it on, it's not really greasy. It rubs into the skin very well. The other thing that I put on my body before I go, if I'm going to be out either in dawn or dusk running, particularly in this fall time of year, I always spray on some bug repellent. West Nile is pretty bad this year, so I figure better safe than sorry. So those are the 3 things that I put on my body, and then I start strapping stuff on. The next thing that I always take with me is I always wear a heart monitor. I have a heart condition, so I have to make sure that my heart rate doesn't get too high, and so I monitor that. And I always put it on. I have a chest strap that's on under my shirt right here, and then it's monitored on my watch. The other thing is that this is a double duty. This is a Garmin 405CX. I absolutely love, love, love it. So it's not only my heart monitor, but it also helps me with my pacing, the distance that I've run, and because it's a GPS, it helps me if I get lost, which actually has happened. It can help me get back home. So I strap that on, my heart monitor and then my GPS watch. Then, let's see, I have to start packing things on my body. If it's a short run, and I know that I'm going to have some hydration along the route some kind of way, so I'm not carrying my own water with me. I just use these little spy belts, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but these things are wonderful. They're very lightweight. They don't ride up, and it's a small little pouch, but boy, this thing stretches, and you can get a whole bunch of stuff in it. But during the summer, and now even though the weather's cooling down a bit, because I'm doing longer runs, training for my half and full marathons coming up, I always take hydration with me. So I'm using this hydration belt. This one actually is a BCG that I got at Academy. It's really inexpensive, but it does a great job. Again, it stays put, it doesn't jiggle around and ride all up, and I'm able to put in 2 bottles with some liquid in them. As far as liquid, most of the time I do water, or I'll put some kind of a Gatorade, Powerade mix in there. So I'm going to keep that with me. Then I'm going to go inside and start to talk about some of the stuff that goes with me inside the belt. Of course, you have to take your keys so you can get back home. I always carry my cell phone with me. I am amazed at the number of people that I know, women in particular, that run without a phone. I just think that in this day and time that we live, for security's sake, we really do need to have a phone with us. You never know what might happen. A little bit of money. And then I always carry with me an ICE card. ICE stands for in case of emergency. card, and it has information on it. Some people just carry a driver's license with them and let that be their identification, but a driver's license identifies who you are in case something happens, but it doesn't tell details about you that a paramedic or an emergency worker might need if you were to have had an accident or have taken ill. So I just make these cards up myself. It has my blood type on it. It has my husband's information to contact him, and my mother's information if they need to be contacted, who my doctor is, what medications I'm on, so on and so forth. So if anything happens to me, they know who to get in contact with and how they can go about handling things. I always carry some food with me, some energy. I love these Clif Bar Minis. They're organic energy sources, very easily digestible. They taste great. I have this with me every time I do a run. I carry gum. I don't know why, and I don't even know if it's scientific, but I breathe better when I'm chewing gum when I run. I don't know if that makes sense, but it happens for me. And then I also carry these little salt packets. And the reason why I do this is if you're doing a long run, or if you're out for a long time doing a good bit of sweating and you're just replenishing with water, which is what I have in my bottles here. In addition to losing the water or the moisture with your sweat, you're also losing salt. Your sodium level in your blood gets diluted. And so if you're not using a Gatorade or something like that, you do need to replenish some salt if you're out for a long time or sweating a good bit. So I keep some salt packets just to kind of make sure that I keep all of those things in balance and I stay nice and adequately hydrated. The other thing that I always carry with me is going to be my music. I like to use the music to kind of help keep me going, and also lately I've been doing books on tape a lot with that. So all of this is going to go into my pack, and then my gum, my salt, my money, my keys. Sometimes I'll put Mace in my pack if I'm running in the neighborhood because I don't like to play with dogs. So I will carry that with me. And then the other thing is I also love to carry these golf towels. I don't like the feeling of sweat on my face, so I like to wipe a lot. And you never know. You just might want to clean up a little bit afterwards, or if you fall and scrape your knee or whatever. Just having that with me is very helpful for a lot of reasons. And I like these golf towels because they come with the little hooks, and I just affix them on to my belt. So here we go. So I just put that on, grab these headphones, and I am good to go. Again, it's a whole lot more than just some keys and some music, but it's not a lot of extra weight or anything to carry. So this is what I take when I go out on a run. And again, if I were just to recap the most important things, definitely make sure that you do have hydration, a phone, and some ice, some in case of emergency contact information, so that when you're out, you can make sure that you're safe while you're having your run. So that's about it. I hope some of this information was helpful. I'm going to list some of the brands of the specific things that I really, really love in my blog that this will be listed on. So please take a look at it at myfaithmyfitness.com. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.